So, everyone, we are back. We received some support to purchase this new lens because the camera fell over, and it happened. It happened, in fact, to be a boon because this lens, in fact, allows in up to 4 times more light. And this is all about the light. This is all about the love, the transformation from ignorance and attachment to mindfulness and detachment. We may not understand those words very clearly, but we have the opportunity to develop our understanding and to penetrate into a great wisdom, a great compassion, a great transformation of our suffering. And that's what this is all about. So that's what the secret teaching is all about. And if you want to find gold, you're going to have to dig deep. This is just a reminder, just an invitation, just a context to facilitate your own work, your own digging, your own deepening. But I can't study for you, I can't practice for you, I can't tell you the way that it is. You're going to have to find out the way that it is for yourself. Maybe there is no self, but you'll have to see that directly. It's not a content. It's not entertainment. It's not something to be bought or something to be sold. It's not something to think about. It's not something to believe in. So what is it? What is this nibbana? What is this freedom from suffering? What is this selflessness? What is the absence of a real true person in a real true story? Now, right off the bat, might not seem like what you like or what you're interested in, because it's like, why'd you turn the movie off? Even if it's a horror movie, what's going on? Even if you were in a dangerous, scary, difficult situation and everything came to an end, wouldn't you look around, not just in relief that everything came to an end, but you'd look around and said, why'd you turn off the movie? What the heck's going on here? So that's a part of this process that we're going to go through, is that inclination towards saying, who turned off that movie? Why am I not seeking? Why am I not thinking about something? Why am I not involved in something? Alfred, I can recommend some places for you. Go ahead and reach out to me on WhatsApp. Alfred is a fellow mentally ill person. We'll also have some opportunities coming up in the next month or in January to spend some time with my master in America. So anyways, you're going to have to let go of the idea of you escaping from your brain or going to Thailand or becoming a monk or anything like that. You're going to have to let go of those ideas and shut up and listen. This is your Thailand. This is your monastery. This is your learning meditation. And you can also reach out to me on WhatsApp. Come back to a 0 point. No point. Nobody pointing. Nothing to figure out. Nothing at all. And rest in that. Be in the watching of the absence of a movie, of a story, of an identity, of a narrative. Practice to shut your fucking mouth. Mentally, spiritually, in all ways, to shut your fucking mouth. Open your eyes, open your ears, cut out that tongue. Stop talking. Stop talking to yourself. Stop talking to others. Stop talking about anything. That stopping of the mind, that absence of thinking, a true absence of thinking, a true absence of all thoughts, that is Nibbana. That is Nibbanic. That is the whole pie of wisdom. The relationship with immediacy of awareness that is not in any way based on, relying on, referencing thoughts, referencing stories, referencing words and phrases. Too good to be true, too simple to be real, sure. Mr. Shiva, you gotta use the everyone tag, sir, in your server to notify. Oh. Everything is falling apart. Everything is lost. Everything is there to be lost. Everything is impermanent. I made a short video about being in the present and not thinking about time, especially not thinking about the future. But thoughts about the future, what are they good for? What can we use them for? This isn't about making good use of thoughts. This is about use of whatever without attachment. And when you use without attachment, when you see without attachment, when you hear without attachment, when you feel without attachment, this self-narrative this story narrative stops. And it's so pristine in its clarity of absence, of thoughts, of stories, of time, of people, of places, of situations, of experiences, that it's like a blinding light. Be blinded by the light of awareness. Be blinded by non-thinking. Be deafened by the sound of silence. Really. It's not some fucking spiritual mumbo-jumbo bullshit. That reality has nothing to do with you. Reality has nothing to do with me. But this isn't something to fucking think about. We have to understand that. This is not something to be thought about. Don't think about it. Don't think about reality. Don't think about your life. Don't think about yourself. Don't think about thoughts. We don't usually get into the Pali Suttas, the words of the Buddha here. Why or why not? Who knows? But in the Bahia Sutta, the Buddha talks about this method very clearly. This, how do we train? How do we train our minds to be on the path of ending suffering, to get out of the trap of samsara, of the dream world? Practice seeing without conceiving about what is seen. There's nothing in there about make sure you see this, make sure you don't see that, make sure you think this way about that when you see that. There's nothing in there about that. This is how to train the mind for Nibbana, how to train the mind for stream entry, to attain the Sotapanna state. See without thinking about what is seen. Hear without thinking about what is heard. Feel without thinking about what is felt. Stop justifying the self. Stop justifying the ego. Stop justifying this perpetual story that somehow gives you always the position to be right. Hello?
Well. Look who it is.
Stop. And stop the unnecessary involvement in people, places, situations, ways of thinking, as much as you can. And how do we do that? Naturally, by allowing contentment, by allowing the absence of thought to be alive and well. In Buddhism, heaven is just another form of hell compared to enlightenment. Because as much as you're going to be able to keep riding the waves of things going the way that you'd like them to go, that's impermanent. And even that situation, even that experience being satisfactory has suffering in it because of its impermanence, because of its unreliableness. This is why for people addicted to drugs and alcohol, it never ends. There's never an ending to that addiction. There's never an ending to that seeking. There's no final satisfactory point. So stop looking for that satisfactory point. Stop looking for that satisfactory position. Stop looking for that satisfactory meditation experience. Every moment, if you can rewind, refresh, restart into the present action of being aware without attaching to what is happening, that is the path, that is the way, that is the light of wisdom. That is your only chance. Successful meditation is transcendental. Successful meditation is beyond success and failure. Real mindfulness is beyond someone being mindful at some place, at some time, in some situation. Please feel welcome to call in on WhatsApp if you have any questions or you need some advice. That's quite a transition. You said, what do you think about Muslims? I don't think about Muslims. That's one of the things that I don't think about is Islam and Muslim people. It's just not something that I have much interest in. I've heard that there actually are some esoteric or what people would call tantric or spiritual texts in Islam, but I've heard that they're very protected, that you can't really access them. And of course, there's Sufism. So Sufism is a very spiritual tradition. They have the whirling dervishes where they spin round, round, round. That's interesting.
Garrett. Garrett.
And if you're here in the live stream,
How come I'm gonna leave?
if you're here in the live stream as well, and you'd like to join Shiva Kailash Shambhu's spiritual Discord server, we're in a voice call there now as well.
I applied for the visa, Garrett. You should apply for the visa today.
Adi, do you feel like you and Shiva have a healthy relationship, or are there some things that need to change?
I'm just chilling right now. I don't really want to talk. I'm doing push-ups.
So the quality of correct mindfulness is transcendental. The quality of correct meditation is only now. Doesn't matter if you did a meditation retreat before, doesn't matter if you studied with masters before, doesn't matter if you've had great meditative experiences where you've gone out of your body and everything is turned into light. The only thing that matters in wisdom is now. Everything else is irrelevant. Even now is just kind of a flick on the forehead. Someone spitting in your face while you talk about your meditation experiences and your understandings. Don't seek. Don't try to get it. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to figure it out. You want to know how to solve your problems? Drop them. Abandon your problems. Forgive yourself. Forgive your life. You will have to do it one day or another. You will have to do it eventually. You will have to forgive your life. At the moment of death, at the moment of waking up old, at the moment of sickness, when your body no longer works the way that it did before, when you're hopeless, when you're helpless, going on feeding again and again and again this sense of self that lives on getting what you want and avoiding what you want to avoid, that depends on being right, that depends on understanding rather than not understanding. This is the self that is to be dropped and abandoned, zeroed out. We're all moving on a journey to nowhere, taking it easy, taking it slow, taking it slow. No more worries, no need to hurry. Nothing to carry. Let it all go, let it all go. Well, I'm grateful that I can have a chance to help others in a way that's meaningful for others. You know? That's kind of nice. For that to be your job or a hobby or a way of putting yourself out there where it's really about trying to benefit others, to share, to emphasize compassion and wisdom and forgiveness and Dhamma. Overwhelming sense of burdens. It's an overwhelming sense of vagueness. It's an overwhelming sense of you being addicted to giving the governmental stamp of approval on every fucking thought that goes into your brain. Especially the thought that you know what the fuck's going on to begin with. And if you knew, for example, that you don't know what the fuck is going on to begin with, you probably would be much less likely to pick up all these responsibilities and identities, adding on burden after burden and a burden, never ending. So this is the energy field to lay down your burdens. Laying down your burdens may give a sense of relief, but it may not. We don't always lay down our burdens in ideal environment when the weather is just right. Sometimes we lay down our burdens after a 5-mile hike in the snow. And now you have to sit there and keep yourself warm, or you have to make the tent, You've got to do something. So what are you going to do? Well, shutting the fuck up and listening closely is a good thing to do. But it's got nothing to do with me or my ego. Shut everything the fuck up. Shut your life the fuck up. Shut all your thoughts the fuck up. And be in quietness. Be in awareness. Be with the vague uncomfortableness that is underlying your bullshit thoughts. Eyes open, ears open, heart open, body open, mind open. Together with everything. Be as quiet as a field mouse. Be as generous as the mother cow, raped, imprisoned, children murdered, that's having her breasts pumped day after day after day. Take your righteousness. Take your position of understanding, take your success, and throw it in the garbage. Now, garbage is not something negative. We make garbage something negative. There's not really anything that's negative. There's not really anything that's positive. These are just human conventions. Like you being separate from the sun is a human convention. It's a belief, it's a thought, it's a narrative, it's a notion. And it's a ridiculous notion. Whatever sense of separation, whatever sense of being not literally the sun that there is, it's just as much true that we are literally interdependent, inter-aring, interbeing with the sun. Not just the functioning of your body now, but the very nature of how your body got here is through an interpenetration of all phenomena, all conditions, all sensations, that in no way depends on you, in no way depends on your sense of self. You don't just come into a space like this and start saying things. You come into a space like this and you become more silent. The notion of moments is ridiculous. There are no moments. It's just a thought. It's just an idea. This is it. This is a happy moment. This is it. This is a wonderful moment. This is it. I have arrived at this moment, and the only moment is now. Don't worry about explaining yourself. Stop looking around for something to be explained to you. Instead, receive the explanation of direct experiencing that's not based on thoughts. Stop giving your stamp of approval, of belief, of identity to every little thought that pops up in the mind. You can also experiment. What's the worst thought that you could have? A thought that you would never have, something that you would never think. You can just think that. So thoughts are not reliable. Just like in a dream, it seems to be real. In the dream, it seems to be real. And you seem to be there. There is this sense of self in a dream, isn't there? There's this sense of you. You in the dream, the environment, the story, the narrative. Then you wake up from it. But in that dream, everything was you. The environment that was specifically not you was just as much you as you that wasn't the environment. So it's the same here. The others are you. Get out your little bingo boards. Somebody might just get a bingo today. The other people are you. You are always me. I am always you. We're not Tyrannosaurus Rexes. We're hairless monkeys or human beings, whatever you want to call it. We are communal. We are community-based. A horse comes out of the womb and it's galloping and running around and eating grass tomorrow. A human baby comes out of the womb and it's years, decades, never for most people, before they can meaningfully take care of themselves. So this is a fucking schizophrenic, freakazoid reality. And you're just as fucking schizophrenic. You're just as fucking crazy. You are just as much in a fucking dream, holosphere, alien nightmare as the lowest human being on the planet Earth. That's real. Meditate on awareness that's not based on thinking. Meditate on seeing. That's not based on thinking. Meditate on hearing. That's not based on thinking. Meditate on feeling the sensations in the body that are not based on thinking. Meditate on the heartbeat that's not based on thinking. The only thing that's based on thinking here is thoughts. Listen to the subtle sounds. Embrace the subtlety of the mind. Fuck yourself. Fuck your life. Fuck your stories and your ideas and your judgments. Fuck your anxiety, your depression. Fuck what you believe. Become human again. And be fucking humble and be ready to learn and be gentle and relaxed and open and all that fucking shit. But fuck your thoughts. Fuck your desires. Fuck your fears. Let it go. Let it flow. Let it be. Fuck the pain. Fuck the pleasure. Stop seeking. If we're being honest, if we're being real, there's nothing more that you fear than your own mind. The greatest fear that you have, the greatest problem that you have, is your mind. So how could this mind be a problem? How could this moment be a problem? The problem is that you're making more and more problems for yourself by not sitting here and realizing that there is no problem, there is no solution. How much is absent? How many of your memories are absent? How many of your thoughts are absent? How many of the people that you believe in are absent? How many experiences and possessions that define your life and yourself are absent? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get to counting. Nothing is absent, and everything that you identify with is impossible to be absent. How can you identify with something that's not here? How can you believe in something that's not in your direct experience? How can you hold something that's over there, out of sight? mindfulness, with detachment, aware, deeply aware, sincerely aware, consistently aware, not distracting, not seeking, not avoiding, just sitting, just aware. Not attaching to, not believing in, not identifying with things. Blue things, yellow things, pleasant things, unpleasant things, sounds, sights, thoughts, memories. Let it flow. Let it go. Release the blockages of self, the dam of self. All this pressure. It's no wonder you feel burdened. No wonder you feel anxious. No wonder you feel overwhelmed and depressed. Because you fucking dammed up your direct experience. You've dammed up awareness. You've dammed up your birthright. God damn, is that fucking dumb. Your nature, your being is awareness. Awareness that cannot be disturbed. Awareness that cannot be added to. Awareness that cannot have anything removed from it. It's like trying to remove the sun from you. Even if we sent 1,000,000 nuclear bombs to the sun and blew it up, that wouldn't remove the sun from you, would it? That's the easy one. The tough one is realizing that the sun is not a thing, that you are not a thing, that you neither exist nor do you not exist, that it's just fucking words and attachments and clinging and seeking, craving. My rock, I fight you. Get away, my rock. Get away, my home. So we realize, we accept that there's no life without death. We realize, we accept that there's no death without life. That all of our dualistic opinions and righteousness and self-importance is bullshit. That everything cancels itself out with its opposite. With its impermanence. With its lack of self-essence. With its lack of individual essence. Now we can start to broach the topic of no birth, no death. Yesterday relies on tomorrow. Tomorrow relies on now. Figure out all this math. No birth, no death. No arriving, no departing. Nobody's home. Son, are you there? I wish my father would call me. So we suffer so much because of how fucking ridiculous our principles of mind are. Because of how unwilling we are to share, to be vulnerable. You want to know one of the best ways to learn is to teach. You want to know one of the best ways to receive help is to give help. You want to know one of the best ways for people to be available for you? Be available for them. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with you. Fuck your thoughts. For God's sakes, fuck your thoughts. Fuck your words. Fuck your phrases. Fuck your opinions. Fuck anything that you believe that you own. Because it's not going to be there for long. Okay. So that's our Dharma talk and guided self-inquiry. We'll now open up the space. If anyone has any questions or would like to share any experience, call in on WhatsApp if you like. If you call in on WhatsApp, please be prepared to make a donation. If I don't pick up, you can call back. This is a guy whose parents, his mom and his dad, killed themselves like a couple weeks apart while he was a monk at the monastery in the same state. And they just killed themselves while he was a monk meditating. He wrote this song.
It won't always be this way. Will you live, dear, another day and give yourself one more honest chance? Life isn't stone, it's a flowing dance, and seasons change. It won't always be this way. It won't always be this way. And if you're struggling to find meaning in this world, you're not alone, dear. Let's watch miracles unfurl, shifting sunsets, golden mountain light, pools of water, iced from winter nights, and all is blooming. It won't always be this way. It won't always be this way. It won't always be this way. Everything that is must come to end. So enjoy now this perfect day. Things are changing and your broken heart will mend. If you need me, I'm right here inside of you. You can find me looking deeply at the moon, feeling in breath, filling belly up, healing out breath. Let life fill your cup, enjoy this moment. It won't always be this way. No, it won't always be this way.
Sorry, that's Brother Peace over at Deer Park Monastery in Escondido, California. Go and visit him sometime. Tell him I say hello. He's a really nice guy, nice monk. So, my advice is really go slow, relax, settle down, stop making problems and stress for yourself. Stop building up this need to go and do something, to be someone, to accomplish something, to improve yourself in some way. Let the mind come to a rest. Let thoughts come to a rest. Be natural. Be open. Be sensitive. Be human. So that if you come across a teaching like this, or if you happen to be interested in Buddhism and meditation, or what have you, that you'll be more and more ready to make use of that and to get what you want. And in the same way, being relaxed, being settled, being healthy and wealthy in body and mind, with peace, with contentment, you're more and more ready to see the preciousness and the value of what you already have and how that can be used to help others, not trying to get more for yourself or more so that you can help others. Because the greatest help that we can give is absolutely nothing at all. What is forgiveness about? It's about nothingness. What is compassion about? It's about nothingness. What is wisdom about? It's about nothingness. So let's all take a few moments to think about nothing before we end our session together. Think about nothing, be with nothing, be as nothing. Just shut the fuck up and relax and be aware and breathe. Don't follow the thoughts. Don't endorse the thoughts. Don't try to get rid of them. Come back to breathing as awareness. They're not your thoughts. They don't need to be understood. They don't need to be analyzed. They don't need to be fixed. It's just sounds, just echoes, just particles. Let them dissipate of themselves. Let the reactivity dissipate of itself. Let the thought making dissipate of itself. Just come back to the richness of a deep breath. Okay. Thank you for being here. I wish you luck in your practice, in your life, in your journey. Try not to take yourself too seriously, and try to make the space in your life, or allow the space to overflow in your life, so that meditation can happen naturally. And pursue the Dharma, pursue the teachings from a place of wonder, from a place of curiosity, not from a place of seeking to try to understand, to try to get it, to try to figure it out. And, turn off the TV, turn off the tablet, turn off the social media. Just wasted involvement with nobody. Nobody getting overly involved with nobody. No wonder it's confusing. May all members of this community be well, happy, and peaceful. May all members of this community be safe and protected. May all members of this community feel that the path of peace and the ending of suffering is just knocking in the here and now. Who's there? Just be aware. See you soon.